Sure, the 80s had some great film couples, but the 90s took it to a whole new level.
Oh my God!
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 unforgettable movie couples of the 1990s. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we will be looking exclusively at live-action film couples. So animated film couples, such as Belle and Beast, need not apply. Number 10. Patrick Verona and Kat Stratford. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Are you following me?
After her father imposes a rule that forbids her younger sister to date until she does, antisocial Kat Stratford shocks them both and starts up with the rebellious Patrick Verona. Filled to the brim with exactly the kind of angsty teen encounters the rom-com genre is known for, this flick balances it out with heartfelt performances and a film couple worth cheering for.
You're not as vile as I thought you were.
For Kat and Pat, who at first glance appear to be polar opposites, are really quite similar. So after a couple of early rejections, the two hit their stride and come to the conclusion that being together makes both of them better people. And isn't that what all great film couples do?
It's not every day you find a girl who'll flash someone to get you out of detention.
Oh God.
Number 9. Robbie and Julia, The Wedding Singer.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing better. I don't.
It's hard now to imagine Adam Sandler as a rom-com leading man, but in this 90s flick, he definitely pulls it off. Sandler plays Robbie, a wedding singer who gets left at the altar by his girlfriend. An emotional wreck, Robbie befriends Julia and the two quickly hit it off.
You're the wedding singer.
Yeah. How you doing? I'm Robbie.
What makes these two a great movie couple is their willingness to follow their hearts. Even though various forces try to keep them apart, they stick to their guns and refuse to settle. We don't know what it is about Sandler and Barrymore, but when they're together, sparks fly.
I'm in love with you.
I am so in love with you.
Number 8. Josie Geller and Sam Coulson, Never Been Kissed.
You have to say that because you're my teacher.
Actually, I shouldn't say that because I'm your teacher.
Have you ever wanted a second chance at high school? That question is basically the plot of this 90s rom-com. Josie is a timid copy editor, tasked with infiltrating a local high school to get the scoop on what teens are really up to.
Are you sure you're 17?
Yes.
While there, she develops feelings for her English teacher, Sam. The two share an obvious connection, but are hindered by the fact that Josie is a student and Sam is a teacher. While not your typical couple, it's clear that these two are made for each other. Both are nerdy reserve types with a passion for literature. In the end, love finds a way. Number 7. Forrest Gump and Jenny, Forrest Gump.
I can't help it. I love you.
One of the most iconic films of the 90s, Forrest Gump is the story of a man who makes up for his lack of intelligence with an overabundance of courage, heart, and determination. While Forrest goes on a number of exciting adventures, the one constant in his life is his true love, Jenny. The two grow up together, albeit quite differently. Forrest is the one person that Jenny can always talk to.
Forrest, I do love you.
And she is the one person he always feels comfortable with. While they may not be a couple in the traditional sense of the word, they definitely share a strong connection.
You're my girl.
I'll always be your girl.
Number 6. Sam Wheat and Molly Jensen, Ghost.
Can I help?
A massive critical and commercial success, this film tells the story of a man killed during a mugging, only to return as a spirit meant to solve the mystery of his death and protect his lover Molly.
You are going to help me. There's a woman, her name is Molly Jensen, and she's in terrible danger.
Billed as a romantic fantasy thriller, the film checks off all 3 categories with ease. However, it's the connection between Sam and Molly that serves as the emotional core of the film. Sam's love for her is what causes him to linger in the mortal world as a ghost. Only once she's safe can he move on. If that doesn't tug at your heartstrings, you might already be dead.
I've always loved you.
Ditto.
Number 5. Edward Lewis and Vivian Ward, Pretty Woman.
No, I want to find Beverly Hills. Can you give me directions?
Julia Roberts and Richard Gere have played their fair share of lovers over the course of their film careers. But perhaps the two that stand out the most are Vivian and Edward. Vivian is a prostitute with a heart of gold, while Edward is a wealthy businessman who buys her for the night. It soon becomes clear that sex isn't the only thing motivating them.
You're late.
You're stunning.
You're forgiven.
The film is a classic tale of two people from different social rungs falling in love. Who could forget that final iconic scene with Edward climbing Vivian's fire escape to profess his feelings for her? Anyone willing to do that is definitely a keeper.
So what happened after he climbed up the tower and rescued her?
She rescues him right back.
Number 4, Sam and Annie, Sleepless in Seattle.
It's you.
It's me.
Were Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks the Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling of the 90s? Apart from appearing together in this classic romance flick, the two would hook up again in You've Got Mail. In this film, Hanks plays Sam, a widower who takes to the radio airwaves in search of someone who might fill the hole in his heart. That person takes the form of Annie, a Baltimore reporter in an unhappy relationship.
It's not him, Walter. It's me. I can't do this.
As the two characters weave in and out of each other's lives, it's hard not to want them to end up together. The chemistry between Hanks and Ryan is undeniable, making this film couple one for the ages.
Sam. It's nice to meet you.
Number 3, Jerry and Dorothy, Jerry Maguire.
I love you. You complete me.
Nothing screams 90s like Tom Cruise and Renee Zellweger, and the two are at the top of their game in this classic rom-com. After having an epiphany, sports agent Jerry Maguire decides to start his own sports agency with the help of single mom Dorothy Boyd. It isn't long before the two end up together, though the relationship turns out to be much harder than they could have ever imagined.
What do you want?
I don't know.
My soul or something?
While the film features a number of quotable scenes, it's the relationship between Jerry and Dorothy that propels the plot forward. Their love is goofy, sincere, and fun to watch, which makes them an awesome film couple.
Just shut up. You had me at hello.
Number 2, Jessie and Céline, Before Sunrise.
Do you speak English?
It's the dream of every hopeless romantic. Meet a stranger on a train, summon the courage to speak with them, and then spend the night walking the streets of a European city together.
And I don't really have enough money for a hotel, so I was just gonna walk around. And it'd be a lot more fun if you came with me.
Most people aren't as fortunate as Jessie and Céline, the star-crossed lovers from this 90s romance flick. But at least we can watch them as they discuss life and love under the dreamy Vienna streetlights.
What's so cool is that this whole evening, all our time together, shouldn't officially be happening.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's why this feels so otherworldly.
As the two characters spend more time together, it becomes clear that lust isn't the only factor at play. A genuine emotional connection is born between them.
Why do I make everything so complicated?
I don't know.
And that's what makes this couple so engaging. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Jack Dawson and Rose DeWitt Bukater, Titanic.
You nervous?
When this film was released, it broke box office records, raked in awards, and set the standard for large-scale productions for years to come. Yet Titanic is perhaps best remembered for the chemistry that emerged between its two leads. At the time, Leonardo DiCaprio was no stranger when it came to playing hunky characters. His previous film roles included Romeo in Romeo and Juliet. However, he took it to another level when it came time to shoot this flick. Especially during the iconic scene where he holds Kate Winslet on the Titanic's bow. In the pantheon of 90s film couples, Jack and Rose are king and queen of the world.
I'm flying! Jack!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.